Okay, I'm back with a new game today. So today we're gonna check out I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Now, the reason why I chose this game is because I like I like games that you grow up and you're gonna the choices affect your personality, your basically basically in a sense when you start off, okay, you, for example, a child or a baby, okay, either one, basically like what happened with the life and suffering of Sir Brand, okay, because you can choose okay, I want to be the book guy, so you can study and study and study. At the end, you can unlock a class or a path that is about studying, or if you want to be um maybe the path of the warrior, and then you're gonna train in sport and you keep on going continuing on that, okay, but or you want to balance it out but you're not gonna excel in either one, so it's up to your choice. So that is what brings me to I Was a Teenage Colonist, okay. So the life and suffering of Sir Bradley is basically that we are living in the Middle Ages. Now we're moving on to space. So it fits in the theme of me playing a text based game in the morning. Okay. So yeah, I haven't spoiled myself. I basically just check out the trailers and promotion trailers and basically screenshots, but I haven't really went through a lot of it, okay. So I hope that this is gonna be a new experience, and I hope they enjoy it, because I take a look at not only that the Steam have great reviews, but if you type in I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, okay, you see they receive a 10 out of 10 in Google reviews and stuff. So it's pretty much I'm having high expectation for it, okay? So let's go on with it. New game. Wake up. This game deals with mature subject and may not be suitable for all players. Please see our current content one in the system menu for a detailed list of themes and events. They say that it is if I'm not mistaken, PG-13. So I don't think it'll be that, you know, it's not it's not gonna be too harsh, what I can say. You wake the chaos, a confusion of light and heat and smoke. Fire. Fifth, your head is pounding. You must have hit it and blacked out, but you aren't sure how you got here or what on Batuna is happening here. There is something important that you need to remember. Your stomach lurches as the floor crumbles beneath your feet, then collapses. Who's that? This is like the girl from the promotion screenshot. A body, uh, your body aches and your eyes burn from the smoke. A figure appears from the frame. It's a friend. Your friend? Why? Why can't you remember her name? She's gesturing and shouting at you, but all you hear is ringing in your ears. What's going on? You try to speak, but the words come out jumbled. Your throat seizes around a lungful of choking smoke, and you feel dizzy and confused. Your friend pulls you out of the rubble. He throws your arm over her shoulder and half drags you towards the door. So you see a deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cool against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season. Glowing eyes. You shake your head to clear your vision. Is that some kind of dog, like from Earth? The creature howls and lunges, its jaws open. Is this gonna be like Persona 5? This is all a flashback? I think that's what it is. I think that's the present day. They are born on stratospheric Earth's first colony ship, halfway through its 20-year voyage through a wormhole at the edge of at the edge of the Sol system. Your parents run the hydroponic garden, which make the fresh air and vegetable for the ship. Like the other colonists, they bravely choose to make this one-way journey to the uncharted planet Vertuma 4 in the hope they could escape Earth's trouble. They had you the old-fashioned way, merging their genes like they merged their culture and tradition. They name you... Huh? Let me guess. One is Solana, one is Say. Camera. Ai. He. He. Masculine appearance. Androgynous. I don't want to be too masculine. I don't want to be the brawny guy. Oh. A bit to the manly part. What's this? Androgynous. Somewhere around here. You're a bright-eyed child with an active imagination. Sometimes too active, your mom said. Use a slider. Okay. You have a vivid dreams of things you will never experience. Dirt under your feet, skies overhead, endless jungles and strange animals. You wonder if this is what Vertuma will be like. Every child on the stratospheric is given one genetic enhancement. By age 6, you will see the first sign of yours. Huh? Sight, fingers. I don't want fingers. Brain? Yeah, brain. Professor Hal said kids learn fast because their brains are like sponges, but when people get older, they can't absorb as much new stuff. Not for you. You're always learning, and your curiosity knows no end. Oopsie. The other kids have trouble keeping up with you, but one tries. Energetic and loyal Anemone. Isn't this the girl just now? Anemone is the most enthusiastic person you know. Your favorite memory is the time she taught you how to play zero G sports ball after class. She never means to get you into trouble, but somehow you always seem to find it together. Yeah, Anemone. She did try to save us. Wait, wait, I think I pressed too fast just now. Well, you're 10 years old when the ship finally reaches the wormhole. Professor Hall said it's like a doorway to other star system. With the planet Vertuma 4 on the other side, you run emergency drills for months to prepare. When the day finally comes, it starts with a rumble, then things starts to slide off the tables. You hurry together near the escape pod just in case. The emergency area is crowded with families. It's going to be fun, Skamo. Your dad, Suze. We'll be through the wormhole and down on the planet before you know it. Just like we practiced. Your mom gives him a sharp, worried look. Red emergency light switch on as siren begins to sound somewhere distant in the ship. You try to breathe slowly like you were thought, but you are very scared. You look out a porthole. The stars are gone. When you're frightened, you can't touch your emotions. You bawl like a baby. It feels good. You aren't the only one. Nearby, your classmate Tammy has tears streaming down her cheeks. Miles is trying quietly to console her. He sighs as your crying makes Tammy wail even more loudly. Your dad puts his arm around you as you let it out. You wait. The shaking builds. Then everything starts to get weird. The hallway stretches and stretches, and you're stretching too. Your arms impossibly long. Your head feels like it's slowly filling up like a balloon and contracting down to the size of an atom at the same time. Is this a wormhole? You hear the distant, ominous squeal of metal giving way as the ship shudders and lurches in slow motion. The weirdest part is a sense of deja vu. You're sure this has happened to you before, and you know somehow that everything's going to be okay. The shuddering reaches a crescendo. You hear an impossibly loud crunch and feel weightless for a few seconds before gravity slams you back against the wall. Head first, you black out. As you slip unconscious, you feel yourself twisted out of time. It's today, yesterday, and tomorrow all at once. And more than just tomorrow, lots of them. Different tomorrows. So in a sense, you'll be like Steins Gate moment, where we're gonna like be able to travel back in time. You find yourself in a place that you know from your dreams. Teal fields, dramatic ridges, and a stranger. But also not a stranger. Grinning as she grasps your hand. Hurry up, he says. I'm not gonna let you miss this. Distantly, you can feel the ship shaking has stopped and hear your parents' worried voices. Feeling safe, you slip further into the warm embrace of the stars. Wait. Okay. You drift. Gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the mat bay. The mat bay under you plays a soft tone and an automated voice speaks. 2 weeks have elapsed. The patient's cranial injury has completed healing. They may now be safely discharged. The fog lifts from your head. You realize something. Something seems different about this room. It's so bright. You try to focus on the window. Something that is definitely different. Sunlight, trees, ground. Instead of the familiar blackness of space, bright light from twin blue and yellow suns is streaming through the windows. You peer out and see fields, glass wall, and walls ringed by giant mushroom-like trees. There are construction materials everywhere, and the people walking around outside on the ground. You better get out and join them. Cautiously step outside. Yeah. The ship's quarters are where everyone sleeps, eats, and hangs out. The private bedrooms are small. You share one with your parents, so colonists spend most of their time in the big common area. There's a lounge and cafeteria and a creche where all the kids and babies are raised communally. Huh? Oh, Tammy jumps as you step out of the ship's quarters behind her. You're awake. Are you all better? You better go and see your dad. She points southeast towards some geodesic domes. To walk, click on the ground. Click on the character to talk to them. Okay. What's this? Not bad. Tammy looks concerned. You slept for so long after you bumped your head, she says. I bet your parents were worried. Your dad is working in geoponics near those domes. They are called greenhouses. I will go with you, but, well, this is as far as I've been from the ship since we landed. Tammy stammers and blushing. It's scary outside. So, let's check out. What's this? Engineering. A low throbbing noise from the engine room which provides power to the colony. Other corridors uh, lead off to the teaching labs and mat bay. You know the route to your classroom well, but the rest of this wing is off limits to children. Congruence, the ship's onboard AI, beams down at you from a nearby hull screen. Don't forget to study hard, Scamo. Huh? I thought we just woke up. What's this? The garrison. A small team led by Security Chief Red was enough to keep the peace on the stratospheric. To stay busy, they also ran exercise gym and sports ball court. Here on Batuna, the garrison has expanded fast. They're building a huge wall around the colony and have an outdoor fighting range and a big covered dojo, and best of all, a regulation-sized sports ball court. Scamo, your dad gives you a big warm hug. I'm so happy you're finally awake. Dr. Instance thought it'd be best to keep you asleep while your noggin healed. Your mother and I thought you might sleep away the whole year, my snooty little gooseberry. He checks your head and looks relieved. He was clearly very worried about you, but covers it with jokes and smiles. You're fine. Welcome to Batumna, he says, gesturing around you. You've never seen the stratospheric from the outside, except in pictures. The ship has been separated into two, and parts taken off to form other buildings and a big wall around the colony. The alien jungle creeps up to the wall. Only the geodesic greenhouses pass outside it, turning their way up the hill. How did you do this so fast? You've been asleep for weeks, my dear Aubergine, he says, and these geodesic greenhouses practically put themselves up. But some of this is only a quick and temporary solution, he admits. We'll keep growing and improving things. One day, our little colony will be as big as a whole city. Oh, before I forget, he pulls a package out from his satchel and hands it to you. You blink and stare at it blankly. Don't you know what day it is? He asks. Of course I don't. I was in a coma for the past two weeks. You honestly don't. You remind him that you've been asleep in the mat bay. Birthday? Wow, what a coincidence for us to wake up on our birthday. Happy birthday, he shouts, wrapping you in a warm hug. Your birthday already? You feel a dizzying sense of deja vu. You stare hard at the wrap package. You know exactly what is in there. You remember it. No, you dreamt about this package some years ago on the ship. Inside will be a small medallion in the shape of sun that your dad made by hand. Tell him you know what's in it. You describe the medallion and your dad's as he hands you the packet. Who ruined the surprise? Was it Zeke? I bet it was Zeke. They hate fun. He grins and adds, don't tell them I said that. Sun medallion. Like, if I'm not mistaken, like it's there's like a card, something like Potionomics in Potionomics, card build deck building game part of it. He starts to explain that nobody told you, but someone shouts your dad's name. Listen, I'm so sorry, Skamo, he says, but I have to get back to work. There was an accident when we landed, and he stopped himself. Don't worry, we're going to fix it. Your mother and I. Professor Howell is expecting you in classes. If you're feeling up to it, your dad says, pointing west to the engineering room. In the rear end of the bisected ship. Then he points to the large doors you came out earlier. Or you can relax in the quarters until you're feeling better. We'll talk later tonight, he says, then kisses the top of your head and ruffles your hair. Have a wonderful birthday, Skamo. I love you. Thumbs up. To enter buildings, click on the door or the flap beside it, or get close and press enter or another action button. Then choose an activity for the month to gain skills and advance time. There are 13 months. There are 13 months a year and 10 years to the end of the game. You only have time to focus on a few things. What's this? Geoponics. Okay. What else do we have? This. Command is a warrant. It's a warrant of long hallway to throw off to tiny nondescript offices. Everyone in class seems to be hurrying off to something important. The end of one hallway opens into a supply depot, which works as both requisition office and general store. Beyond it are cavernous warehouses stacked high with supplies from Earth, now being gradually unpacked and distributed. No report. Colony food shortfall, minus 100%, low. Colony security rating, evaluating. Upcoming event, we will be hosting our first annual Vertuminalia festival during the second month of dusk. Notice, take precaution outside the colony boundaries. Xenofauna have been sighted in the area. Survey teams are investigating. Okay. Current council and administration. Dominate EOD card. I don't want, like, we don't know, like, we're gonna skip. I think let's learn engineering. This one. Isn't this our childhood friend? Hi, Eskimo. Anemone seems really, wait, it's very hard to see. Really at home here. She's rolling a sports ball around her foot, making patterns in the weird blue snow. This stuff is different from snow on Earth, she tells you, cause it isn't cold, but it's still neat, and you can make stuff out of it. So, mud? Your foggy head clears a little. Anemone is simple, physical, and real. You always feel grounded in here. What are you making? Just no spiral, she says. But earlier, me and Carl made a big snow pal. You missed it while you were sleeping in Medbay. She smiles her broad gap tooth. She smiles her broad gap tooth smile at you. Now that you're awake, we can play. Why aren't you in school? She smacks her forehead. School? I wonder where everybody was. I guess I was gonna be late for humanity class. It doesn't look very worried to you. It's okay, she says. Professor Hal is chill. He won't mind, but we should probably go now. She grins and starts running to the engineering. Hey, race you. No fair, she's getting a head start. Two biology, one reading, stress. This. Creativity, persuasion, stress. I'll take humanities. Welcome, Kamu. Professor Hal greets you. I hope you're all warmed up and ready to study the glorious humanities. History, literature, language, media, and philosophy. And yes, if you're lucky, we'll have a little ancient Earth poetry too. He seems excited about the last bit. By the way, if anyone is interested in taking engineering classes, please register through Congress scheduling system when you have a chance. She'll be helping me teach them. Today's assignment is an easy one. Hal says with a yawn, because I was up late repairing Congruous sub-terminal, I could use a nap. I'd like to write an essay on what Virtutum Colony means to you. Freedom, equality, and democracy. I feel like doing this. Answering this. Let's go for it. You list all the keywords you can think of to describe an ideal government. Did you say freedom yet? Although you aren't totally sure if the college government is a real democracy, you know the council votes on things, but you don't get to vote. And who chooses the council members anyway? The governor? And who chooses the governor? The council? You may be just a kid, but you can tell you're missing something here. Get to work. Ooh. When you work or go to class, you play a quick card game challenge as the month passes. Move the cards to fill up five pages and make the best hand you can. Yes, order matters. In your total, in the circle of the right, on the right, reaches the goal value, you win. Depending on your cards, some challenges won't be won, or can't be won, but you still get reward for doing your best. Okay, goal 10. Bonuses for blushes, same color together. Bonus for pairs, same number together. Okay. Bonus for straight, increasing from left to right. The more cards in a flush or straight, or the higher the bonus can be added to the total. Cards can also affect each other and can be rearranged to find the best total score. Basically, it's like poker. Okay, here 0 0 0 1 0 13. Nice. Win. Not that hard. So this is what I get: +1 creativity, plus, well, 3 creativity, but +1 from 1 challenge. Your skill increase when you work or go to school. With extra skills, you win the challenge. And kudos bonus if you can make the highest scoring with your card. Working also increases stress, which prevents you from working if it reaches 100. To relieve stress, take a month off to relax in the quarter wing. Okay. Kudos. Your parents have been working from first dawn to well after dinner every day. You know growing food is an important job, and it's vital to get crops in the ground right away, but there seems to be something more than that. It's such a change from growing on the stratospheric. When you saw them all the time, you stay up and wait for them at night before going to bed. So you can tell they're exhausted. They make an effort to spend time with you. I'm sorry we haven't seen much of you, my little gooseberry, your dad says. Your mom watches you as she works a pebble out of her garden tiller, which also serves as a crutch. How have you been holding up? I learned some stuff in school. I'm glad to hear that your mom says. I want you to study hard, work hard, and stay out of trouble. Your dad smiles, and Professor Hao will give you kudos if you get good grades. You can spend those at the depot once it's open. Says your dad, raising an eyebrow at your mom. Think there are lots of different ways to learn, and school is just probably one of them. You can learn from working on a hobby, or by helping a friend. Your mom shakes her head and sighs, though you can tell she's trying to put on a gentle expression. We both agree that this colony is an experiment and that we are going to do things differently than on Earth. You're old enough to start making your own decision about your education and future. If that means you find your way, you'll accept that. Your dad puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll be proud of you no matter what you do. Try talking to your friends. They may have ideas on how you can spend your time. Or come by geoponics, your mom adds. We could use your help. Early quiet. Next month. Mid quiet. Ooh. Anemone is bumping a sports ball with her fist, trying to keep it in the air. Heads up, she shouts, and bumps the ball in your direction. To a prick. I think this is the only one. Uh-oh. To a prick. You catch the ball with your wrist, pop it up, and headbutt it back to Anemone. She grins her huge gap tooth smile. Whoa, nice move. You bounce the ball back and forth with her, trying to see how many times you can really keep it going. A memory tells you about the new sports ball court, a proper regulation size court, way bigger than the little 0G1 on the stratospheric. Her brother Com is coaching the junior sports ball team this year. He's so great. He's so great, he says. He's good at everything, especially spiking. He's coaching me to play awesome like him. You should come and join us. What? Hello, my little potato. Your dad exclaimed, smiling warmly. What have you been up to today? Just hanging, my friend. That child's a good boy, he said. And have you seen Anemone? He's been out by the garrison playing sports ball. I think he spent every day outside since we landed. He chuckles to himself. Guess that's what happened when you got enough brothers to make your own sports ball team. He breathes deeply and looks around. Ratumna is magnificent, isn't it? You nod. Seasons, he shouts, throwing his hands wide. I miss seasons. Back on Earth, it got much colder and the snow wasn't as half as pretty as our sparks though. He sighs, stretching. We've just been here for like a month or two, right? You just wait until the dust season. Both the stars will be high in the sky and it'll be real hot then. You'll see. You find your mom hard at work setting up the greenhouses with a small construction crew. You've seen the plants pinned to the wall of your family quarters for years now. These geodesic domes will house the more delicate plants from Earth, spinach, tomatoes, and even some fruit. She takes a swing from her canteen as you approach. Looking for something to do? She asks. Remember, Scammo, you're responsible for your own schedule now that you've landed. You can decide how to spend your time, as long as it's productive. She points over the engineering wing. In the back half of the stratospheric severed frame, Professor Al is still expecting you in class, but a well-rounded education includes practical application. You are old enough to help with their work around here. She claps her hand on your shoulder. I got another minute. Anything you want to know? Can I join an expedition? Oh, you're too young to leave the colony. It's dangerous. She shakes her head. Your father would be worried. There's so much we still don't know about the world out there. Let the adults find it out. Then maybe you can join them in a few years when you're older. She gives you a stern look. She isn't going to budge on this one. Okay, we'll just leave. Who's this? A sharp whistle interrupts your thought. Hey, Scammo. Mars calls out to you. Come here, I have a job for you. You walk over to Mars, who's sheltering from the snow under the ship's overhang. It's so gross here, she complains. This spark snow would ruin my good clothes. At least on the ship we had climate control. Tammy made some soy sweets, but there's no way I'm going out there in all of this weather, she continues. Since you are running around in it, could you fetch some for me? Okay. Good. She's probably just down the hill near our quarters. Mars sighs. She's scared to take more than a few steps from the door. All she wants to do is hide inside and make sweets. Okay. Wait. Why does she have dwarf-like ears? Tammy is staring obviously at the sky, smiling to herself. She started as you approach. Oh, hello, Scammo, she said, putting her hand to her chest. Do you need something? I'm here for Mars soy sweets. Tammy smiles at you. It's so nice. She hands you a box wrapped in pink yellow scarf, one order of mango soy sweet. Made fresh this morning, she says. Please tell Mars that she can have the scarf back, okay? He used some of her kudos to nanoprint it for me. It's too dusty here, but I I think I'm getting used to it now. Tammy smiles again and tucks her head behind her big elven ears. Elven? Shouldn't elf be like at least this long, a bit, and more sharper? Mars is so cool, she says fondly. Sometimes he's kinda bossy, but I know she really cares too. Um, Here it is. We hand over the box of soy sweets with a smile. Mars takes a giggle. You're such a good sidekick doing everything I say. She opens the box and hands you a soy sweet. Your tip. She tells She tells you, oh, Adamson, she's looking for someone to deliver jobs for the depot, she says. I don't want to do it, cause like, you running around out there? No. Just go through there, says, gesturing to the door behind her, and tell them that I referred you. Let's check it out. Why not? Uh, Cheer and the seat greets you at the depot. They look up and they look you up and down. Skamu, you've never struck me as particularly responsible or organized, but children never are. What makes you think you'll be a good fit for a position of career? Uh, I can carry a lot. Strong for your age, maybe. But lucky for you, you're the only applicant this week. You got the job, for now anyway. They use their elegant styles to hold this on their hollow palm. Come back in a few minutes. You can help make deliveries. Yes, there will be kudos in it for you if you do it correctly. Hmm. Five kudos. Give me a second. How about her? You see Tammy sitting quietly near the entrance. You know her well. You know her for, well, your whole entire life. Back on the ship, you used to play with her. Tammy had the best doll collection after her mom died. Her dad used all his nanoprinter threads to print her a different doll every month for a whole year. Her ears perk up when she sees you. Oh, hello, Skamu, she says. Her voice is soft and dreamy, like a beam of starlight. Do you want to play with dolls? I sure do. I don't think Tammy will ever be too old to play with dolls. If anything, she has even more of them now. She takes you to her quads and brings you out the entire Spacey Stacy doll collection. A disturbingly realistic baby with real bowel movement and two super fancy posable dolls named Lily and Tilly who can be programmed to move on their own. Tammy isn't very good on the programming, so Lily and Tilly just roll around awkwardly when you turn them on. You cover you cover quickly by saying that they must be breakdancing at a club. The two of you spend the afternoon making up stories of their rise to stardom as professional dancers. Can't talk to her. So far, I'm liking her the best. Hmm, let's check the classes. Hmm, maybe I should do that job because I get more kudos that way. I'll get you deliver supplies. Cause like they say we use kudos to buy some stuff. He sends you all around the colony delivering supplies. During your first week, it's mostly small things you can carry by hand or push on little carts. Stuff like tools and electronics. Some are high priority, which means you have to move fast. It's fun getting to yell. Important delivery coming through and people actually get out of the way. Get to work. Okay. Mm, 0, 1, 1. 0 1 1 1 . Wait. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, 2. It's the best one, right? Win. Huh? One friendship with Mars. This week you have few more bouts of deja vu, remembering what somebody is about to say or do just before they do it. Sometimes they actually do it, but not always. This morning, you were sure Professor Hall was going to trip on the uneven floor out in the cafeteria and steal the plate of hash brown. You even told Marsh to watch. He didn't. Professor Hall walked away, his hash brown safe for the day. Miles called you a liar and a dummy. At night, your dreams are all mixed up with the stuff that you know it can't be real. You're chased by monsters the size of buildings, only to be saved by strange people you've never met. You're holding hands with someone you love. You're crying as you help lift a shrouded body into the colony cycler. Everything seems so familiar, but you try to recall their faces when you wake up. They are smeared in your memory like wet paint. But what if those things haven't happened yet but will happen someday? At any time you try to tell someone, they think you're playing a trick, or that you're sick and need to go to the med bay. You eventually decided to stay quiet about your strange dreams. Why? Secret powers are fun. It's like keeping a private journal on your holopalm. Recording the events where you remember something before it happens. You also write down your dreams when they have that feeling of being real. You like the feeling of being magic and seeing the future, but some of those dreams are very scary. You hope that Professor Hall hash brown, they like Professor Hall hash brown, they don't come true. Done. Mid quiet. Give me a second. Let me see settings, audio. Like the music, it's like I would say the music is better. Who's this? You see this sitting on the ground beside some bushes? Is he hiding from somebody? He seems to be watching the gate in the wall to the south where grown-ups are coming and going. Kids are allowed past the wall, he says quietly. Without looking up, they say there's nothing to be afraid of, but then why do we need walls? You stare at the gate and have a sudden rush of memory so strong you think you might faint. You imagine something crashing into the wall, something enormous, dark and wiggly. For years in space, you have half remembered nightmares of monsters, of your ship being destroyed, of sifting through the wreckage that used to be your home, trying to find something. Your dad always told you that dreams weren't real. Breaking from your daydream, this whispers, I think there are monsters out there. I believe you. No, you don't. You're being sarcastic, I can tell. Nobody believes me. He turns his back and ignores you. They are huge, wriggly, and dangerous. Stop making fun of me, this spout. You're as bad as Mars. Maybe I need to lower down the volume a bit, but it's getting annoying. Much? Set back to normal. Who's this? Tangent is hunched over her hollow palm, frowning and poking angrily at the air. He speaks without looking at you. Professor Hall wants us to prep a list of native flora with pictures. There should be a catalog in the colony holonet, but I can't find it anywhere. Plants? I'll help you find that catalog. You launch your own holopop and start searching the colony holonet archive for a list of vertebral plants and animals. 10 minutes later, you find it buried under survey logistics in the expedition set. Anemone passed by and pulls a face at the two of you. Hey, hold on there, she shouts. School's over. Come take sports ball in the sunshine. Tang just rolled her eyes. Want to study together? Reasoning! Okay, then I'll go for it. Okay. It is cute. Reasoning, eh? Reasoning, eh? Let me see. Reasoning. Study life sciences. Good afternoon, my budding biologist and up-and-coming chemist. Professor Hall welcomes you back to your old classroom. This afternoon, we learn what it's like to call the wet sciences. He gestures his projected lesson plan: biology, chemistry, medicine, ecology, and geology. You learn a little bit of everything with opportunities for further study in your favorite field. If you're looking for something a little drier, try registering for engineering classes. 0, 0, 1, 2, 2. Looking for more difficulty? This is harder challenge on. Want to focus on study? I think I'll go for harder one. But I wish that if we turn on the hard one, we're gonna get more stat. You work well with +1 biology. Eat quiet. Next one. 20 reasoning. How much reasoning do I have? 11. Yeah. You need a break soon. Who's this? Carl is riding around the geoponic garden on his carboard. The board comes to a sudden shuddering stop on the rocky ground in front of you. Carl's fall off but catches his balance before he eats dirt. Hi, Tskamu. Real ground is way harder to hover on than ship floors. There are bumps everywhere. We all have to adapt. Yeah, Carl explained. Things are actually way better planet side. Hovering outside is rad. Look at this. He runs to a small depression in a nearby hill and presents like something amazing. Look at this. It's a ski pole. Can I try? Sure, but please be careful. Mom says if I break my hoverboard, we can't make another one. You take turns riding around the bowl, trying to get up enough speed and going down on one side to come back on the other. You don't let any break. It's hard just staying on the board with this uneven ground, but it's still fun. Let's see, Hom 87. I think maybe we should rest. Never mind. If it's like 100, why don't we just go for another one? I need reasoning. Study life sciences. You team up with Tang and Kyle, give him a mushroom spore and a bucket to grow it in. The rest is up to you. Tang looks up survey notes on the Holynite. Mushroom, she reads. Most abundant stuff of the colony in the storm, moist region of subaqueous swamp. What if we use water instead of soil? Carl suggests, like they do in hydroponic. If they like wet weather, that might work. Do you have any suggestion? All of the above? All of the above. Why not try everything? You fill the bucket with water and spark choke crystals and attach a small battery to run a weak current through it. You push it over to a spot under grow light and plop your spore inside. Huh? Can I loot? Can I loot? Wait. Yeah, I think I should loot. I was just playing around with that. Life science. Okay. Put it under a bright grow light. You lower the light so it is right over your bucket of water and plop the spore in. Every day you rush into the class to check on its progress. At first there's nothing, but by midweek your little mushroom mushy shoot sprouts up and starts its journey. You raise the light gradually as it goes towards it. In the end, yours is in the middle of the pack. Since mushrooms tend to grow in rainy, overcast places rather than in hot, dry ones, you wonder if you might have given it too much light. 13. Win. Tangent. You woke up from an afternoon nap. You screen into the pink lights slanting through the windows. You must have fallen asleep in the lounge. Tammy's shadows fall across your nest of pillows. Oh, I'm sorry, Scummo, he says, giggling. I didn't mean to wake you up. It's just so nice outside with pollen sparkling in the sunlight. I just wanted to open the window. You rub your eyes blearily. You were having the weirdest dream. Since you're awake, you should visit the cafeteria. Auntie Seaton is making a new kind of candy, she says. It's made of cotton. Isn't that weird? I have to tidy up the crash first. I'll meet you there. Save some for me, okay? Go get free candy. Auntie Seaton is cheerfully handing out the masses of pink candy, puffy and soft like clouds. Oh, Scubble, she says, handing you a wand with some candy spun around the head. Here, try some of this. We used to have it on Earth. You pull off a piece and give it a taste. It's so sweet at first that your mouth puckers. You never tasted anything so sweet and so real. It's not like any of the soy sweets that the kitchen's banana fritter can make. It melts in your tongue, leaving a gritty residue on your tongue. You wait until everyone is gone, but Tammy never shows up. You look down at the cotton candy in your hand. It's wilted a little from the humidity, but it's kind of like her hair. You think pale pink and so soft. You keep some to give her later. You're relaxing in your family quarters after dinner. Your mom had to run off some kind of concert business, so you and your dad are playing a horror game together. When you're just ready to head off, your mom returns. You can tell from the defeated slant of her shoulders that something has gone terribly wrong. Your dad starts to ask what's happened, but she waves him away and approaches you. She sits down and takes your hand, holding it in her two strong, dirt-pressed ones. Gamu, I'm so sorry to have to tell you this, she thought. Her mom quivers as she follows, working on her next word. There was an accident in the afternoon, the crash. What? Tammy has died? You try not to understand her words. Tammy died? That's not possible. You suddenly remember the cotton candy you were saving to give Tammy. Pink and fluffy, just like her hair. You put your hand in your pocket to get it, but what comes out is a dark, red lump of hard glue. You stare at it, your mind blank. Your mom tells you, as simply as possible, that Tammy was killed by electric shock from a broken hollow projector. It was just an accident. You press her for more, for an explanation. A little girl is dead. Someone you grown up with, someone so much like you. She wasn't even sick or anything. You just saw her this morning. She was right there. Your mom's upset and she tells you sometimes there's just no reason why. You aren't used to dealing with death and you don't know what you're supposed to say or do. You sort of mumble, okay. Wait. Let's see. What if I load this, but okay, we load this. Okay, study life sciences. How about if we lower the pH this time? You fill the bucket with water and add spark snow crystal. They are sometimes left over at the end of the quiet season. They are mildly acidic, which means they should lower the pH of the water. Every day you rush to the classroom to check. At first there's nothing by the midweek of your little mush tree shoot sprouts up as it starts its journey. In the end, yours in the middle of the pack. Seeing as mushrooms don't grow where there is spark snow, you're able to include it, probably don't like acid, it could work. Oh. Okay, here. Yes! Tammy skips off toward the crash and humming to herself. Wait, go save Tammy. You sprint down the hall to the children's crash where the little kids and where the kids play and learn during the day. It's empty. All the younger kids are probably very off eating candy with Auntie Eden. You spot Tammy tidying up some drawing supplies near the craft bin. Above her holo projector displays an enormous floating teddy bear. Made out of purple light, it bobs silently in the air. Mr. Baswell, a decade of happy memories playing with it flash through your mind in an instant. Tammy stands up on her toes and reaches for the switch to turn it off. You slam into her, knocking her off her feet onto the ground. At the same moment, the holo projector sparks and explodes. The bear disappears. The whole room goes dark. Ah! The princess and the bear. In the dim emergency lighting, you see Tammy's eyes wide with surprise and fear. She sits up and rubs her elbow, staring at you. Sorry, are you hurt? It's okay, she sniffles, looking like she might start crying. Why did you do that? It was an accident, I tripped. Pretend like it's an accident. Oh, she mutters. She sniffles and wipes her nose. Looking like she's trying to cry. Are you okay? You tell her you're fine and say sorry for hurting her. You're just happy that you followed your dream and got here in time. You decide not to mention about the dream since she's weirded out already. After a minute, the lights come back on. The projector is dead, a thin trickle of stinky smoke coming from the base. Don't worry, Tammy says. Brightening as she gets to her feet, Professor Hal can fix it. She can fix anything. By the time you find the professor and finish cleaning up, you've forgotten all about the pink candy in the cafeteria. Saving Tammy. Ah! Next one. Mid pollen. Okay, let's see. You see. Beast 1. Tangent. Kamu? Tangent says, approaching you with a purpose. We need to discuss about my brother. Who? This? Who, this? Yes, this, he says impatiently. I need you to figure out where he's been disappearing. Ever since he landed, I barely see him anymore. He doesn't even come home at night sometimes, and he trails up and looks at her feet. I'm not very good on terms with my brother of late, but well, people are becoming worried. You get the feeling Tang is the one who's worried, but she doesn't want to admit it. I'll talk to him. He probably won't tell you, Tangent says angrily. Newton's apple. He won't even talk to me anymore. You may have to follow him. I would, but everyone in the lab knows I would know I was gone. Nobody cares where he goes during the day. I'm too tired today. But let's just talk. Tammy is sitting down in the grass with a baby on her lap. They are playing nicely with some flowers and a strand of the beads in Tammy's hair, or something. Tammy keeps gently removing her hair from the baby's mouth. Oskamu, she giggles. Aren't babies the best? There's so many new babies in the crash. You think we were starting a new colony or something? Tammy laughed. But the parents are too busy doing other work and somebody needs to take care of the little one. She looks down lovingly to the baby, who's now sucking part of her skirt, getting it good and damp with baby glue. You could have too. It'll be fun. The baby chooses this moment to spit up a big puddle of pale yellow liquid into Tammy's breast. Oopsie. Tammy coos and picks up the baby. When she holds them towards you, could you take them for a minute while I find the towels, Camo? The baby hiccups and rolls in their eyes. They still look a little queasy to you. Okay, I guess. You hold the child at arm's length, willing to keep the rest of the stomach contents in. They hiccup again and let out a tremendous belch, as loud as a drunken sailor. You have to admit, that was kind of cute. How about you? You tell this that his sister, Tangent, wants to know where he's been disappearing off to. His eyes flit briefly to yours, then he stares vaguely off towards the engineering wing where his sister is reading on her holopalm between his glasses. He doesn't say anything. He's worried about you. He doesn't care about me, he says suddenly. Tanger's just worried she'll get in trouble if I don't come home one day. He scowls and picks at the hem of his sweater. He doesn't care about anything about her schoolwork. Damn it. Just leave him alone. Cause if I do that, it's gonna have the opposite effect. So then I trapped in my room and Anami says, telling you all about the bugs you saw in her quarters. Its wing was as big as my hand and had feelers like, whoa. He was bouncing all over the place like boing, boing, boing. She gestures excitedly, swinging her arms all over her head. The bugs here are so big and they are everywhere. I was gonna give it to Tag, he said. She loves bug stuff. But he said I should just let it go because if it stung me, I might get weird mutant powers. I mean, other than the one I already have. And I wanted to see if I get more mutant powers. So I started jumping around off higher and higher things until I was jumping off the back of the ship and I got in so much trouble. But it wasn't even that high. She stopped in her track. Hold on, he says, stopping to rub irritably at her knees for probably the 100th time in the past 5 minutes. I'm gonna die. I bust up my knees and it's so itchy when the scales go in. Annie, don't pick at it. Chief Stewart, anti-sentient voice rings out across the garrison yard. Sudden but firm, instantly transport you back to the ship, fresh, tugging her skirts and calling her auntie. Anemone jumps and stands up straight, her hands flying to her side. But Mom, Anemone whines, digging her fingers into her knees as Auntie Seaton approaches you. It's so scratch-tastically itchy. I know, lovely, Auntie Seaton soothes her, patting her riotous hair. But the more you pick at it, the thicker the scales are going to go in. Anemone tucks her hand under her armpit to keep from scratching. What if I want to have cool scales? Auntie Seaton smiles indulgently. At the rate you're going, I'm sure you'll be covered in them before you know it. You no need to rush. Anemone's skin is dotted with patches of protective blue-green scales that grow in whenever she gets a cut or scrape. She rubs the patch on her jaw indignantly, the one she got when she ran head first into the food synthesizer back on the ship. Oh, so this thing. Wait. Antecedent opens the satchel and pulls out a bundle of clothes. The queue for the Nano 20 is over a week long, but I've packed your pack with scraps from your brother's clothing. Please try not to put any more holes in them or yourself, okay? She hands the clothes to Anemone, kisses on her forehead. Anemone sticks out her tongue and gags, yuck. Anemone evaluates the clothes as her mom walks away. Galactic, she breathes, as she runs her fingers over the odd-colored patches. Then, right there in the middle of the yard, she unashamedly squirms out of her pants and pulls out new ones. Whoa, I look like a fighter jet from the hollows, she exclaims, showing off her new pants like when they stencil your kill count on the plane. You should be more careful. Anemone sticks out her tongue at you. You sound like my mom, and she teases. I've got a bad feeling that if we don't help her, she might injure herself. Ooh, Dad. You meet your dad adjusting the watering board in the mom's flower garden? He's having a sneezing fit, his eyes runny and red. You're alarmed. You've never seen him look sick before. People will hardly ever eat in a stratospheric, except sometimes when the zero-G rooms make them queasy. Not to worry, my little beanstalk, he says. I'll be fine. It's just this pollen making my head a little stuffy. He wipes his nose and hangs it with a handkerchief and looks around. Everywhere you turn, the air is soupy and tinged pink from all the floating pollen. On Earth, your dad tells you, we used to call this hay fever. Even though it had nothing to do with hay, your mom cuts in, carrying a large bouquet of flowers. The native flower seems to be in full bloom this time of year. She buries her nose deep in them, and they smell fantastic. Your dad smiles kindly and agrees that they sure are beautiful. Then he blows his nose loudly. Delphine is scared of the pollen. Your mom sighs. Scammo. Life on Batino is going to be very hard if you let yourself be afraid of anything. Your dad cuts it. It's okay, kiddo. It's just how plants reproduce. The pollen might make your eyes itch, but you'll be fine. Your dad's eyes look so sad, but maybe it's just the allergies. Hey, Scammo, I know the last few weeks have been very hard for you. This might be a good time to relax and stick around the quarters wing. I can't do anything. I'm too tired. So we gotta rest. Relax in the lounge. The lounge is a long, well-lit hall along the outer hull of the ship's midsection. It is strewn with tables and cushions, and serve as a communal room for the tiny one-room spaces every family is assigned. You float down into the lounge, big beanbag piled with some other kid. Cal has a dazed, peaceful look on his face. The air smells so good, Batuna, and so does the dirt even. You notice his clothes are filthy, but obviously Cal couldn't care less. Anemone bounces in. Holy crap, there's so much space around and play in. Come and Chief Red set up an outdoor sports court and it's way huger than the old one on the spaceship. Tangent carefully selects one cushion from the pile and perches on it. The school's expanding some of the empty engineering bays, he tells you. We're getting a big new lab to do experiments using local resources. There's so much to learn about this planet. We shouldn't forget our studies because we are landed, he says. Thanks, right? School is important. Tammy nods in agreement. Tangent? Tammy. It's scary out there, she mumbles. I'm going to stay close to our quarters for now. You had less of the deja vu. Dreams come to life feeling this week. You're starting to think you even imagine it. But suddenly, you get a prickling sensation in the back of your neck, remembering that Mars is about to enter the lounge and tell everyone to look outside. You stare at the door. Mars walks through as he walks through. OMG, everybody. Look outside. They're hoisting a flag over command, he says, clapping her hands excitedly. You know what that means, right? She stands tall with her hands on her hips. Vertuna is officially humanity's first exocolony ever. You look up at the flag, feeling dizzy, and silently mouth the words along what she'll say next. You remember this moment so well. This is history, kid, she exclaims, wrapping an anemone and tangent under each arm, and we were there. Took the mount off. Can I check my cards? Ooh, that I cannot take this one out. The red one out. Okay. I think I'll take off wandering. Okay, remove one. Leak pollen. With gear. Lock perk. Wait, an egg? Hefty red Zeno egg. Anybody can talk to? Nope. Tangent. Here, I have something for you. Have you gone outside the colony yet? Tang asks you. I hear all sorts of terrible things. We're not allowed to stray from the gates unless we are on an expedition. Xeno 8. Thanks, Rock. You should probably keep it. You should probably just keep it. I don't even know what I'll do with that. When you insist she keeps it, she shrugs again. Sure, maybe I'll find a use for it. How's my reasoning? Life sciences. I'm doing this for you, Tangent. Kyle may not be the most attentive student in the class, but what he lacks in book smart, he makes up in the hands-on experience. Nobody else had as much experience with the native flora and fauna as he does. Get to work. 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. Can I improve my reasoning? Come on, Tang. What do I have? Nothing. Anything? Nope. Let's check the ground. I'm good. This is sitting on the ground, just outside the gate, under the watchful eyes of someone working the expedition. We're just as stuck as here as we're on the ship, he mumbles, but he doesn't say anything else. Okay. Expedition. I'm tough enough, toughness, brave enough. Toughness 20. Let's see, toughness. 12. Like, I got a feeling. Let's check it out. Nope. Where can we use our kudos? Where can we use our kudos? I want to buy some stuff. I should be able to, right? Oh well. Let's check out. Nothing. Then reasoning it is. I'm doing this for you, Tangent. Wait. Tang has it up. They hop. Wait, what? Who can tell me what's special about these Hopeyes do when they see a predator? They hop away very quickly. That's why we call it Hopeye. That's true, but that's not what I'm getting at. Animals 10. Tang stammers, looks upset and she can't believe she got something wrong. They fly away. You stammer after being put on the spot, and you say the first thing that comes to mind. That might work. Hell's mouth. But Hopeyes don't have wings. That's debatable. You gesture to the picture of one right in front of you on the holo projector. You feel pretty dumb. They turn their feet to warn other Hopeyes in the area. Then they hop away very quickly. You look over to see Tang's working at you. You both got it wrong, but she still thinks she's better than you. Oh, a tsundere. Just you wait. Okay, it should be like this. Okay. It's time for Vertumnalia. Unicode and the council have called a festival to celebrate life here on the planet of Vertumna. Everyone gathers in the colony square to hear Governor Udicott's speech. In Earth's history, Unicode begins, then clears her throat and waits for everyone to quiet down. In Earth history, Vertumna was known as the god of season, change, gardens, and fruit. It's no coincidence that our forebears of Vertumna project chose to take on such an auspicious name in the hopes of seeding future bountiful seasons of humanity. We will continue this tradition of Vertumnalia, a midsummer festival, and to celebrate our Vertumna, this large planet upon which we find ourselves today. Clap! Everyone cheers and applauds. The members of the council all get up on the stage at a time and give their own short speeches. Governor Unicott announces each one. Okay. When it's your mother's flu turn, she announces that tonight you'll be eating some of the very first crops grown from Vertumna soil. Your eyes go to the feast table aboard the stratosphere. It would have been mostly soy-based foods from the nanoplanters, spiced up with what precious fruits and vegetables could be grown in a small growing base. This year, the earth plants look even less robust than usual, but they supplemented with some Vertumna plant you'll come to appreciate. Do you see potato pods and slabs of edible fungi? Ilka takes the stage after everyone on the council has said their piece. What is a festival without festivities, she says. Professor Hall and Security Chief Red have organized a 3-part competition for the kids. Good luck, children. Creativity. Where's my creativity? 3. Science fair. Tangent competes of course, entering her study of the ship's recycling system. It was previously used to make urine drinkable, but she offered that it could now be turned to new uses. In spite of how many times she used the word pee, it's still boring. But she put a lot of effort into it. Tammy has a science project too. She tells you she wasn't strong enough for the strength competition and was too scared to be on stage for the talent show, so science fair it is. You think her experiment was supposed to be putting white flowers in red food coloring to turn them red, but the flowers turned blue instead. Tammy can't explain why, and she just keeps blushing and giggling in embarrassment. The flowers are very pretty though. She tucks one behind your ear for good luck as you prepare to give your presentation. Reasoning challenge. Oof. That is 2 rounds. Damn it. What should I do? Maybe like this? 4. Oh, come on. Stop spamming. Damn it. I really hate these people, you know. Really hate these people. Report unwanted commercial spam. Hide user on my channel. Oh god. Remove. Remove. Okay, give me a second. Just let me change this a bit. Refresh. Oh god. Let me just try to well, I'll close it. I'll close it for a while, okay? Because I don't want to show it. But then, this is gonna be hard to win, you know. Story challenges have 3 rounds instead of 1. After every round, you keep the cards you didn't play and unlock an extra slot to play in. Losing isn't always a bad thing in the story challenges. 0, 1, 1, 1. Next round. Wait, let's see. How about this? $20. Push through. I can't. 75 press. A little bit more. Let's give up. Defeated. No skill change. Tangent wins. She accepts her prize with grace, having expected nothing less. Your baking soda volcano was much less impressive than you had imagined. It just kind of fizzes, and you didn't explain it very well. It's pretty clear your dad helped. Maybe next year. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much needed break. During the fierce heat of the dust, a few days of rest is exactly what you need. You feel refreshed. Next month. Come on! Tanya is watching a construction crew building scaffolding for the new engineering pavilion. They're using mushroot, which is so light that one person can easily lift a 10-meter long pole and stack it into place. She points to them. Human beings are so great, don't you think? Before we landed, this was all just a dirty jungle. Now it's civilization. We've learned about adaptability in writing and biology class. The books say it's what sets us apart from the animals. Like, we don't need fur because we can make warm clothes. If it's too hot, we can make air conditioners instead. Also, we can sweat. Dang, not vigorous. Yes, also that. I read that not many animals sweat except humans, and it makes us naturally good in hot places. It's like we are made to explore. We are made to be explorers. Together, we watch as the foreman puts the blueprint for the scaffolding onto the floating screen on her hollow palm and raises it to the scaffolding to check their progress. I like to see an alien do that, Tang says primly. Humans look defenseless and weak, but we are the strongest species in the galaxy. Who else can literally bend reality to their will? Not a stupid alien, that's for sure. She puts one finger to her chin. I'm living proof that humanity is greater than our biology. All of us are, really, with our genetic enhancement. We are the next step in humanity's evolution from great ape to galactic super species. Oh. Basically, she's a species. Tammy almost doesn't notice you approach. She bent over her hollow palm, intently taking notes until you get close enough that her ears wriggle and looks up surprised. Hello, Scammer, she greets you cheerfully. I'm so sorry I didn't see you there. You ask her what she's studying and she flushes pink and tugs on her ear. Oh, I'm not studying, she says. I'm making a list of my friend's favorite things. He laughs a little embarrassed. And well, you're my friend, Scammer, so what's your favorite color? Blue. This is supposed to be green. What's your favorite dessert is? Fresh fruit. Your favorite toy? Hollow palm. Now I know what to get you for. Ask her for her favorite things are. I like yellow, dolls, and sweet. My favorite sweet is cake. Yellow doll cake. Okay, no event with her? Nothing. Nothing. I'm doing this for you, Tangent. Study life sciences. Tang is absent almost all this month. Hell explains that Chief Engineer instead has asked Tang to help with a few experiments because you judge on what you know, not what you can prove you learn in class. Many older students choose to skip their class and instead get a hand-on experience in their field of interest. Tang's been working closely with Instant ever since she was just a kid. Okay. This. Okay. Put this in the middle. 2. Dang, I think I need to get better card and forget some. Mid dust next month. Anything? Nope. Let me check out something. Deliver surprise. Organizing perception. The How about this? Babysitting. Creativity, 7 kudos, stress. Nope. How about this? Sports ball. I want to explore as well, no. But I'm already committed to it. Study life sciences. Dissect one. Refuse. The native species looks purple marshmallows about the size of your fist, all puffy and squishy, and kind of cute. They don't move or do much, but if you tickle them, they exude edible syrup from a hole at the top of their bodies. And now, says Professor Hell, we're going to dissect one. This is biology after all. So let's dissect it. I want to refuse it, but it's it's not like we're doing this for fun. Dissecting a sugar bug. You're given thankfully already a deceased sugar bug to work on. The moment your scalpel slices it open, the horrid smell assaults, sweet like rotting fruit. Yee yuck. You see Tang trying not to gag too. Dissection. Okay, I think I can get this. Huh. Ah. Okay, what about this? Next round. We're gonna use all of this. Okay, 11 more. Put the 0. Okay, 5 over here, 0. Wait. Like this. Win. No skill changes. You carefully section off your sugar bug into 6 discrete organs. You take a photo of your hollow palm and carefully fill in the labels for all the parts. That's pretty good, Tang says, picking at your work. These things are slipperier than I was expecting. Parts of mine are still moving. Great job. We're going to leave them overnight, says Professor Hall. The next morning, your class was in a surprise. The sugar bugs are alive again. There are more of them. Your teacher explained that their DNA is so malleable that almost any part of sugar bug can be turned into other part if it needs to. The resulting sugar bugs are smaller but will eventually grow into full-size ones. Vertuminum biology is weird. +1 biology. +1 reasoning. Next month. Huh? Nothing. Yes. He's pouring him except this. He's definitely skulking. Tell someone. You tell security chief Rat you saw this up to no good around behind the garrison. He's still distracted trying to put buckets under various leaks in the roof to pay you much attention. Take it, Scummo. I'll check it out later, he says, waving you off. If there's any danger to the colony, one of the lookouts will catch it. I'm not so sure you know this. He's very good at hiding things when he doesn't want to be found. Nothing. Nothing. Each 10. Wet season. A little more. Currently at 16. 4 more. Okay, you each pick a vertuminant key species and prepare an hour-long presentation to the class. You pick the float cow. Cal is excited. He was going to choose the float cow too. You end up working together on a slightly longer presentation, which gives Carl time to describe in gory detail all the float cow births he's attended to. The class is fascinated. This is simple. Done. You're having a terrifying familiar dream, a monster crashing through the wall. Unfathomably large, every part of it wriggling and moving and searching for something. It tramples through the colony as you watch helplessly. Time shifts to the wreckage of your home. You're picking through it, looking for something, tears striking down your dust-covered face as you lift pieces of debris, searching. You wake up shouting, "No!" but your voice is drowned out by a deafening rumble from the skies outside. The bedroom window is covered in water. It's pouring down from the clouds. You guess this must be rain, but you've never experienced it before. It's a bright flash from outside, then another crack and rumble. Thunder. It must be a thunderstorm. It's still early hours in the morning. You've already forgotten your bad dream, but you're too unsettled to go back to sleep yet. The rain beats down the roof of the quarters, joined now with great peals of thunder like the footsteps of an angry beast. Run outside and play the rain. It's surprisingly warm outside, and the water feels nice hitting your head. Everything smells fresh and damp and wonderful, and the dusty packed ground has turned to scorchy mud between your toes. You don't go too far from the door to your quarters, but it's exciting being outside in the dark, watching dramatic streaks of lightning arc down to the hills behind the colony. Okay. Next month. Anything? I've got a feeling we need to like build up on combat here as well. Three more. To train together, toughness 20. We're gonna go for tangent, okay? Okay, this is the same. Huh? Push through. Victorious. Mid-wet. New perk. Biology level 1. Unlock xenobotany research in geoponics. Anything? Oh, I saw that. Let's see. Does this interest you? +2 to a card. Give me a second. Can I use it? Give or one use item, duplicated stack. Okay. Close. Give it to Tammy. Empathy 20. 11. We'll hold it off first. Okay? A little bit more. You ask a question in class and are embarrassed when everybody laughs. Oh, give me a second. It's hard to see through this. You guess it was something you were supposed to know. We thought Professor Hall said there were no dumb questions. Get to work. Absorbent brain. +1 biology. You wake up in the darkness and have to check your to know what time it is. You see a hollow stream from Mars. Good morning to all my pals, if you can even call it morning. They name it glow season because like everything is crazy glowing out in the dark. I'm staying the heck inside for the next month. What's the point in going out if you can't see anything? It's going to be long, boring month. No, it looks cold out there. You peek out the window. The wormhole is the biggest you ever seen it, like a massive field firing up in the sky. The planet must be very close to it now. And out in the jungle, something new is taking place. The plants are flowering, glowing iridescent blooms, and everything is full of life. There are strange new sounds, long hooting calls and gurgling roars. After Mars' message is a notice from council warning everyone to stay inside. Tammy's dad and other surveyors have been called back, and the gates closed for the month. There's a tension in the air, as if everyone's waiting for something. Geoponics. Damn. Trippy. Wait. I don't see anything. Huh? Explore. Hey kiddo, your dad says, looking up from his work desk where he dissecting a huge bell-shaped flower. Can you hand me the separator? I've really got my hands in things here. You're handing him the tool, which he uses to wedge open some weird stoma-like opening inside the bell. Gooey purple nectar oozes out and pulls onto the desk. Whoa, he exclaimed. I thought I've brained this little beauty. Can you get me a towel, I guess? You help him mop out the flower juice. It's sticky and smells like rotten vegetables. When you're done, he looks at you with pride. You know, I've been thinking of getting one of you kids to come help me out with researching the native plants. You think you might be able to break off some time to help out your old man in the lab? I'd like to be studying biology. It's not as glamorous as gene tech research, for instance, but it's important. Let me talk to your mom about it tonight before you go telling her. He's not a fan of alien plants. You know, if it were up to her, we'll fill these greenhouses with earth plants and nothing else. But there's gotta be more on this planet that we can cultivate. If you find any cool plants while exploring, bring them to me where I can look at them. This. I don't mind it, but I want reasoning. Okay, last one. That I can go with Tang. Tangent. Get to work. 0 0 1 3 5. It's daytime when the emergency sirens are out. Well, what passes for day? It's still nearly pitch black except for an eerie green twilight below on the horizon. You look at the gate, they are open. Wait, they shouldn't be open. The alert blares out of every speaker in the colony. It's the same one used for hull breaches and fires, and in space, it means that you're supposed to go to the nearest emergency shaft and put on the spacesuit. On Batuna, it means go to assembly point and wait for instructions. Bravery. The closest assembly point is the children's crash, but from the opposite direction you hear shouting and loud popping noises. Gunfire. Is the colony under attack? In the crash. You find Liz and Tammy in the crash. Tammy gestures to you to come to under the table next to them and takes your hand carefully. The lights are dim. Are you scared? Tammy asks quietly, her eyes wide and tear-filled. Not silently. You comfort Tammy, who cries softly while you wait for it to be over. She worried about her dad, Tonin, the head surveyor who was working at the gate when it started. You grew up here. It feels weird to be hiding here. It's like you were little kids again. I got a feeling that he's gonna die. You hear more gunfire, yelling, but within half an hour, you play the all clear tone. Tammy's dad, Tonin, is burst through the door as the lights come back on. He gives Tammy a huge hug and she bursts into tears again. You're relieved that your parents arrived in ashen-faced Cal. They won't talk about what happened in geoponics. After 2 weeks of darkness in the blue sun, barely skimming through the horizon, it begins to move higher in the sky and daytime returns. The council admits they don't know how the gates were opened or how the creatures got in. Some of the attacking creatures were once thought to be docile, others were species nobody had seen before. It was like something had driven them to assault the colony. Oh boy, I got a feeling that this is somehow like responsible for this. At least nobody was killed. This side. Glow. Childhood is fleeting. The game will end once you reach age 20, so you should focus on few skills to improve and friends to spend time with. Use skills and friends button at the top left of the screen to keep track of them. Good luck. Okay. Start age 11. Tangent. Tangent is standing still with her face held up to the sky, letting blue snowflakes land on her cheeks. They melt almost immediately. She doesn't move as you approach. After a minute, she winces and rubs her eyes. It stings. She said because it's made of acid. Acid snow? Tang nods. Professor Hal said it isn't harmful, and it's an important part of the natural cycle. It freezes at 12 degrees Celsius and turns into tiny crystals that they are so heavy they fall from the cloud. You can see them under a microscope. She sticks her tongue out and lets some of the flakes fall on it. It tastes kinda sour but sweet, she observed. Fascinating. Tang pulls out a sample jar out of her coat. We know what it's made of, but our understanding is incomplete, he says. Places the jar on an outcropping of rocks. The big mushroom changed in shape and color before the snow began to fall. I wonder if there's some sort of signal that precedes the changing of the season. What happens if I expose samples collected in dust season to snow from the quiet season? A small excited smile creeps over Tang's face. There's so much more to learn about this and I can't wait. We're gonna check around first. You're looking worn out, my little firefly. Your dad greets you looking concerned. You know, despite what your mom says, there is such a thing as too much work. Maybe some R&R in the lounge would help recharge your solar cells. What do you say? Maybe I just need a hug. Your dad throws a smile while getting here, Tiger Butter. After a long hug, you do feel a little better. Your dad gives incredible hugs. Nothing. Okay, let's rest. Relax. You spend several hours a day obsessively checking the local HoloNet for updates. With so few people in the colony, social media can be very dead. It feels like you're talking to yourself sometimes. You try to start a few conversations, but most people are busy at school or at work. Forget. So much has happened in the last month since the monsters attacked during Glow. The idea of this planet as a peaceful utopia has been shattered. The security squads are training new members and keeping close watch on the gates now. They are reinforcing the walls and even installing a few robotic turrets. In class, you have drills on what to do if the colony is attacked again. In all excitement, you forgot today was your birthday. Your parents haven't forgotten. They wake you up early with enthusiastic shouts of "Surprise!" A Vertumnian year is only a little longer than a year on Earth, so you've taken up its calendar for birthdays. Yours is in the second month of quiet. Sparks snow drift slowly past your porthole window as you snuggle with your dad. Your mom climbs up too and sits on the edge of the bed. Your dad pulls out a bowl of fruit behind his back with a flourish like a magic trick. At least you think it's a fruit. What are those? Bobber fruit, your dad grinned. The foragers have been picking these just outside the walls. They might look funny, but they're tasty. Try one. You take a cautious bite, the pop is soft and tastes a bit of like lemon, only more blue. I bet you can't wait to join the surveyors out there, your dad says wistfully. Who knows what you'll find? Gamu is not allowed to outside the gate, your mom interrupts. It's too dangerous for kids. Well, I know, but eventually, your dad says, but your mom cuts him off again. But not now, your mom replies. Not since the attack, not with everything we know is out there now. The attack was scary. Your dad comes you close, and don't worry, Tomato Head, he says warmly. We'll keep you safe. Your mom reaches over and pats your leg awkwardly. I know it's scary, but if you do as you're told during emergency drill, you'll be okay. Nobody's going to hurt you kids while we're around. You like to believe them, but you've seen the colony fall in your dreams. How long will it be until those visions become real? Even still, it's clear that everyone should know how to defend themselves if it happens again. To be clear, this includes knowing when to run away, your dad adds. Security Chief Red is offering self-defense lessons at the garrison, even for kids. If you're interested, you should drop in sometime. Your mom gives a stern look. And I've heard stories of kids sneaking outside the walls, says grimly. If I catch you doing that, I'm going to put a chip in your ear. You laugh. What a joke. Your mom doesn't laugh. Me? Never. Yeah, you better never, your mom retorts, crossing her arms. Mom is scary. Let's check out around first, and then we'll go for a tangent. Ooh, crystal. Tangent. Wanna study together? You and Daniel sync your holopalm and play a game together where you assemble a chemical compound using a simple programming language. Tanya is a whiz at it and breezes through the levels, barely breaking a sweat. You can tell she's hiding a smile when she looks over your shoulder to help you with a particularly tricky algorithm. 40! Ah! Yeah. Shrug, you probably should just keep it. I don't even know what to do with it. Sure, maybe I'll find a use for it. Okay, we need to go with something. Let's go here. Defense training. Team threat. I want to go out and explore. Anemone meets you in the court. She's bouncing from one leg to another in excitement. My brother Com is organizing the youth team, she tells you. Kombucha offers you a high five in greeting, then tosses a sports ball your way. Let's start with practice game to see what you're good at. You and Anemones are team captains. Pick your team. Anemone used to practice Carl and Miles on the trip, but Tammy, you're surprised to see her here. Tammy! Carl said I should join, but I'm not very good at sport. Where should I stand? He asked quietly. You aren't sure. You assign her to tackle back and tell her to stick like glue to the opposite team's offense. Maybe she'll get away in their way instead of yours. Cal, mind if I play goalie? He asked. Sports ball is fun, but it feels mean to score against the other team. Toughness challenge. 38. This package arrived. I'll check it after this. I think you should go for flush. It's locked. Dang, they locked that card. No, 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 no. Dang it. This is the only thing that I think is the best. Oops. Okay, next round. Wait. Two, 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 four. Oh, wait. Give me a second. Nice! We won. Victorious. Kudos. Tammy tackles Anemone in a brilliant takedown that surprises everyone. She really took to her role as an immovable object. Carl makes up an amazing jump save, but is winded when the ball hits him in the chest. The score is tied, with Anemone and Com putting the pressure on. Then, bam! You score the match point with a red spike all the way from the net line. Get to work. +1 bravery. Mid-fight. Next month. I'm enjoying the card game though. Nothing. Leave. Nothing. Boss ball. Wait, let's check our bravery. That's bravery. 2. Toughness. 13. Bravery 2, 1 toughness. Boss ball. You run to Carl and Anemone on the hill behind the garrison at a small construction site. They seem to be throwing logs. There are a bunch of them lying at the bottom of the hill. It's a caber toss, and Anemone reaches out to you. Then guns with the effort of lifting 6-meter long mushy pole. He throws it like a javelin down the hill and sprints after it. My best record, she shouts and ties a piece of caution tape to the end of the pole. Your turn next, Carl says, pointing to the neatly stacked pile of construction poles beside you. From the looks of the nearby construction, they are probably destined to be new lookout towers someday. She's a thicker, heavy one. Challenge mode. Okay? Okay, Carl makes noise like a siren. He shouts to Anemone. Scum's gonna throw a big one, so you better get out of the landing zone. Lift, run, throw. 59, damn it! No way I can do this. Damn, I can't do this for sure. I'm gonna lose. Dang. I think I should just go with normal. There's no way I can go through this. Wait. Load save. Sports ball. Back. Average one. Okay, 39. It's doable. Carl gets +1, eh? I think this is good. Gets +1. Oh, +4. Yes, like this. Wait. Yeah, it needs to be here. Oof. C. Can't get +1. This is bad. Wait, the other way around. Huh? Okay. Victorious. The pole sails down the hill past the other poles, coming to rest sticking out the ground. Well, you beat my best distance, Anami says as he drops back up. Players can beat each other in much root toss. Carl corrects her. They can only beat their own high scores. But you get 3 bonus points if it sticks out on the ground like that. You play for the rest of the afternoon, adding rules and variation as you go. You don't stop until the entire stack of poles are in jumble at the bottom of the hill and decorated festively with caution tape. It's a wonder you got away with this. Get to work. We're gonna for the toughness, okay? Toughness 20 because like we want to go and survey outside. Mars may not be as skilled as a football player as Anemone, but she plays hard. She orders people around like a team captain, but she isn't so good at passing the ball. She'd rather be the star. Her favorite thing is to spike the ball right into the opposing net stop body. It's not a legal move, but she's done it so many times that the opposition now stands further back when Mars has the ball, which is exactly what she wants. Did you see that? Anemone complains to you during a break. Mars wouldn't pass the ball to either of us for 10 whole minutes. Somebody needs to do something. Persuasion? Maybe I need to persuade her. Maybe I should. Wait. Next song. Oh, you can choose. I wonder if it's fine using it. Oh my god, this is bad. Maybe next stream I'll use I'll put in the BGM for a different BGM because I'm scared if this is gonna be like basically I won't say copyright strike, it'll be like I think I'll do something about it, okay? Wait, give me a second, I want to check something out. Babysitting. Empathy, creativity, nope. Study humanity. You're bringing us supplies to the mat bay when you see something unusual. Tangent curled up on a bench, her head pillowed on a rolled up lab coat. She's fast asleep. You stop and stare. You never see Tang sleeping. She's always so busy. You're surprised that she even has time to nap. You turn to leave her in peace and you bump to Anemone. Whoa, Anemone says. She hardly ever sleeps. Just a couple of hours a night. Is she sick or something? You look at Beck's tangents, snoozing peacefully. I'm so jealous of her genetic enhancement, Anemone says, rubbing at one of the scales sprouting on her jawline. She hardly needs to sleep at all. She probably stayed up all night studying for this morning's test. let her sleep. Tang hollow palm beeps a soft alarm. She sits up and stretches. Looking totally refreshed and alert, she sees you watching her and looking like, "Just a power nap," he says. "No reason to gawk." Okay. Unchangeable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Early pollen. Next month. Persuasion, we need to get 10. I wonder if you're gonna unlock something, you know, with reasoning at this point here. Wait, before that. Yep, I know there's something. Marshwood log. Anything else? Nope. Engineering classes. Using congruence HoloNet scheduling is almost a task on its own. You feel like a hacker navigating the confusing interface, but manage to add your name to the list of drop-in students. You are not able to join Tangent and some older students in the engineering class. Reasoning. Engineering? I'll do it. Okay, we get the reasoning to this point here, okay? Then after that, we'll see where we go. Because I want the reasoning. Professor Hall rubs his hands together as he waits for the class to settle down. He's in great mood. This must be his favorite subject to teach. If biology and chemistry are wet sciences, then engineering must be a dry one. But believe me, this class definitely won't be dry. He winks. It's weird. We'll also be learning math, physics, computing, robotics, architecture, and astronomy. Tangent raises her hand. Will we also learn about nuclear engineering? She asks. Professor Hall nods. Yes, at the beginner level. We'll have an overview of atomic theory and take a field trip to the engine room to learn how our ship nuclear reactor works to power the colony. Cards get +1. This is hard. Wait, let me check. What if... Give me a second. Saving Tammy? $14. What if you like this? $15. Push through stress. You finish breakfast in the common area when Marzipan struts in. Look at you eating cereal, she says, turning her nose up at you. I bet you don't even know what day it is today. Your birthday? No, you dummy, she exclaims, swatting your shoulder. My birthday is the first one of wet season. You better remember that. Today, she announced to the room, is St. Valentine's Day. And this and Tammy wander over to hear more. Back on Earth, it was a day when everybody had to give their best friend a gift, especially sweets. And then you put the sweets under your pillow and makes you dream about who you're going to marry. And there are decorations of hearts and arrows and pigs. Pigs? Why pigs? Before Marzipan can answer, this snorts. This is dumb. Marzipan just made out to get free candy. He rolls his eye and walks away. As he leaves, Mar shouts at his back, well, nobody was going to pick you anyway, you stink. I know who my best friend will be. Valentine's Day sounds like fun. I'm gonna tell all the other kids about it, Miles says. So you go around and find your best friend and give him a gift. Make sure you do it by the end of the day, or it doesn't count. And if too many people want to be my best friend, she adds, I will try out for the position. It's only fair. She tosses her hair over her shoulder and laughs. Tanya is waving her hands vigorously in the air. She's playing a game on her holopalm where you have to match falling numbers in the correct equation. She barely notices it come out. Logically, we should be friends. You lay out the reasoning strength in numbers, deal making as the foundation of human society, and so on. Tang pauses the game and her eyes focus on you. Best friends? That sounds childish, but I suppose us smart kids should stick together. And you'll make Ma stop asking me if I have chosen a best friend yet. I accept your proposal. Oh. Wanna study together? Reasoning 40. Mars? Nobody picked her. You chose Tang over me? She doesn't even like people. What are you going to do? Be study buddies? Boring. Whatever, Mars mutters, tossing her hair. I'm just too mature for my kids. The older kids get me, even if you don't. Nothing. Like I say, we're gonna get reasoning to, you know, that point over there. Besides a first-class nerd, you can always ask him a question that makes him spiral off into a law expedition going way into more detail than you ever need to know. It's a useful skill for those days when you don't feel like doing schoolwork. 0, 0, 0, 2, 4, 5. Just nice. Huh? That's not enough? Early dust. Can I buy something? I do have quite a lot of kudos around here. Dust is such a dry, hot season. Both suns are high in the sky, baking the usually lush vertiginous jungle. If there was a breeze, it's warm and you guessed it, dusty. Your parents are up every day before dawn, which comes far too early to your liking. They're usually gone by the time you wake up and home after you're asleep, so you have to visit them at work if you want to see them. Good morning, Gooseberry. Your dad greets you cheerily. Have you come to see the harvest? Your mom and I are gathering crop from acrovertinum dirt this week. Sure, that sounds neat. He shows you around rows of corn and beans from Earth. They all look like a little yellow and straggly, not what you expected, but your dad enthusiastically points out that the vegetables are ready for harvest. Don't forget, he tells you, the Vertiginia Festival is coming up. There will be a talent show and science fair. I'm sure you are eager to participate, Scamo. I wanna go inside. Notice board. Back. Ooh, log. Gotta get our reasoning up. Hi kid, this ship's on board intelligent. Congruence guides you through the room on her ceiling track, and the class cheers. Congruence is so cool. She's like a person but also a machine. She knows a lot of jokes and can tell you anything about space. She never gets bored or frustrated by your question. You all know me, she says, but I'll bet some of you have questions about how it works. What do you want to know? What's a job? Right now, part of me is showing animal videos to children in the crash, and part of me is here teaching you. But most of me is monitoring the engines which give us power and life support system and make it comfortable here. How do you know so many things? My brain is big, she explains. It's just enormous, really. Much bigger than this little model you see here. It's connected to the ship's holonet, so anything you can look up in your holopalm, I just know it. So she know our secrets? Because we are noting our you know our nightmares, our nightmare, in it. So she might know that we can see the future. You have to eat and poop. She loves, which has never sounded quite the same as the real person love you. I guess you could say I eat electricity and not in the same way you get energy from food. But no, I have never pooped. I think that's kind of neat actually. Congress explained that she had to do all kinds of calculations to help fly the ship and land it, that she was designed to provide a user-friendly interface to the ship's systems. But Helm has modeled me to be far more than that, she said proudly. Now I can't even tell jokes. Why did that computer cross the road, she asked. I don't know why. 0101. Huh? I don't get it. Random target locked. Okay. Another point. 13. One more. Push through. It's time once more for Vertumnalia. The mood of the colony has been muted this year, ever since the attack during the glow. Though everything is still cheerfully decorated and the feast table is still heavy with food, mostly soy ration, this Vertumnalia just feels different in a way you can't describe. The colonists gather in the square for Governor Eudica's speech. What a year Vertumna has given us, Governor begins in her weedy voice. I stand before you so proud of everything the colony has accomplished in such a short time. I have always hoped that we could bring us the best facets of humanity, cooperation, resilience, and creativity, and the events of this year have given me no reason to doubt my convictions. These creatures were unexpected, but I urge everyone to consider what it means for life here. If Vertumna can sustain megafauna, that means conditions are good for us as well. Our friends in geoponics are already working on logistics of domesticating the wildlife. Your dad, a second cultivator, stands and gives a sheepy wave to the crowd. There's a smattering of applause. Mars elbows you. Hey, she whispers. Did you hear? My dad says Eudica's gonna announce the depot open to the public. You shoot her a questioning look, and she rolls her eyes. You know, shopping. Someone to spend all the kudos you've been saving up. It's gonna be a candy and toys and makeup and nice smelling soap, not the boring kind in the communal showers. You know the concept of shopping, they do it in the hollow bits from Earth, especially the ones Mars like, but you've never actually done it. The colony provides everything you need, but it'd be nice to buy yourself a treat. My dad gives me an allowance, Mars says, shooting you a look at pity. It's too bad your parents make you work for yours. You and Mars tune back into the speeches just as Eudica as predicted, announcing the opening of general store at the depot. Mars gives you a knowing look as she claps. Eudica gestures for the council member to stand. Finally, the council remains unchanged from last year. We are always proud to serve you as the colony as your government. Thank you for your hard work and perseverance this year, he says. Over the ruckus, together we build the future. Science fair. Yay. Your commentator for science fair is predicted to be Tangent. Her project is on the tensile strength of various building materials, concluding that mushroot is the best choice when you consider not just strength but also sustainability and ease of use. Tammy faced out this year on her actual project, but her booth is nicely decorated. They spent so long on the decoration, she didn't have time to do the experiment. Present. Mm. Do you think we can win? Hmm. Hmm. Let's go. Final round. Roll 23. But this one give us more. It's supposed to be the other way around. Okay. 15. Give up? Ah, come on. How about this? Not bad. Baba fruit. A bit more. Damn it. I think I need to re-roll, man. This one. Push through. Stress. Ah, come on. Let's try it again. I really want to win. I really want to win. We gotta level up our reasoning. Yes, just listen. One random card locked. Huh? Oh, okay. Continue. Science fair. Please re-roll it. Can't change. Yeah, we'll go with this. Wait. What about... No, that won't work. Like this? I think this is good. Change it. Ah, come on! A little bit more! +2 to a card. Push through. Victorious. In secret, you've been working on a social experiment about delayed gratification. You've been sneakily studying the adults, taking notes on their snagging habits and their mood. You found that Seek and Doctor instance rarely eat sweet, but Utopia and Auntie Seeden do all the time. You correlate this with their attention span when you see them tackling frustrating problems. You know problems you can control and repeat, like if a child backtalk to them. Science fair champion. The judges are impressed with your methodology. Perhaps a little begrudgingly, they award you the first place. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much needed break. Mars organizes a water fight that takes over the whole colony, even the adults. It brightens everyone's spirit, even in the thick heat of dust. You end up on the top of the western walls with this, launching water-filled proof rooms down on an artifacting anemone in the sports wall court below. The walls seem like a neat place to hang out and relax, much quieter than the lounge if you're looking for some solitude. Okay, just a little more. Wait, what? Kudos double for 3 months. Nothing. Okay, we can buy stuff, right? Let's check out. Supply depot. 50. Photophoner. Plus 1 bonus to streets. Plus 1 bonus to pairs. Okay. We're gonna level up our reasoning to this one here. Then we're gonna end the stream, okay? Hopefully we can get it like in the next month or two. So much math everywhere. Physics is math, computers run on math, electricity, mechanical engineering, chemistry, and anything to do with space math. Behind everything is some equation or another. To calculate how to turn one thing into something else or tell how efficient something is, they call this whole branch of science mathneering. Get to work. Card becomes mental blue. Not enough. Push through. Oh, come on, not enough. Next month. Tangent's in deep conversation with one of the other scientists. He seems to be consoling her though. Though Tangent's face betrayed no emotion as he clapped her on the shoulder and reassured her that she's doing really well for someone so young, and everyone compromised some of their samples when they were first learning. He leaves and Tangent sighs as she goes to put out her head in her hands, stopping short when she realizes she's still wearing gloves. She peels them all and digs her fingers into her eyes. Are you okay, Tangent? I'm fine, Tangent replies immediately. I compromised an experiment I was working on because the vent was still open when I was spraying the station down with sanitizer. Isn't it? It's so gross here, he says. I probably did the fungus a favor. Tangent takes a bottle of sanitizer from her workbench and cleans while she speaks. There are pollen spores everywhere, and he comes over here and tells me you'll be okay, Tang. Like it's just to console and patronize me. What's wrong with him being nice? I feel like this is bad, like for our relationship, but at least but it's okay to make mistakes. Like, make her more, like, human? shoves the hand sanitizer back to her workbench. Don't you understand? She says, frustrated, seeping into her voice. If we never feel the pain of failure, there's no cost to it. Why would we ever improve? I need to own my own mistakes. What I don't need, she continued icily, is someone to pat me on the head and tell me it's okay and the adults will make it all better. I messed up, she says. Just let me fix it. Don't make a big deal about it like I'm a child with a boo-boo. I bet later she's gonna feel and like she's gonna feel the weight of it. I do want to get this stuff though. Okay, engineering. It's just buzzing through the test. The competitive grappling of you has an idea. Challenge. Ooh, 60. Ooh, what should I do? Go. +1 if this is the highest value. Dang, this is hard. Wait. Damn, this is hard. Give. Maybe I should not go for engineering today. It's just too hard, you know. See, humanities. Wait. Need empathy 20 or higher. Maybe I can go with that. Xenobotany. 15 kudos and 10 stress. And here's where you'll be working. Carefully find the on switch. There's no on switch, you look everywhere. Stick something in a hole. You put one of the seedlings into a small slot in the table. The little slot slides, little door slides shut, then reopen. A loud burr noise starts you. Oh no, you broke it. Your dad laughed. Nah, just kidding. You're fine. Good instincts, kiddo. Press buttons at random. You mashed all the buttons until yo kiddo, it's congruent. The friendship computer beams at you from her own holoscreen and set into the band. Of course she's here. She's the guardian of all knowledge in the colony after all. You wonder if she got the yo form. Your dad laughed. Don't tell anyone, but congruence is the real brains of the operation, he confesses, so it's not like it's a secret. She makes sure we don't do anything super dangerous, which means you and I get to focus on experimentation. If you follow the rules and stick to what you already know, you won't learn anything new, so don't be afraid to try new stuff. Get to work. Two, 3, 4. Kudos. Okay, good. Let's buy something. This is good, you know. Photo fauna. Pears. Try to buy this, but like, I don't have enough. I can go for it a little. 5 biology, 1 bonus to streets. Wait, let me check. Gear. Need perk. How do I get perk? Well, if that's the case, maybe you should go for this rather than this. Oops. Stuff. Let's check around. Nothing. One more time, xenobotany. Study this mushroom. Harvesting mushroom. You examine the mushroom under a microscope and take notes of its cellular structure. Part of the reason is it needs to be harvested in wet is because the cells get so saturated that they lose structural integrity and turn to, well, mush during blow. Studying the exact process by which cells take in water leads to breakthrough. It might be possible to hack the process and stop the mushroom trees from taking on too much water during wet. If they don't take as much water, they won't take as long to dry. You should be able to develop a spray that the loggers can apply to the fruiting body of the mushroom. The part that sticks out above the ground closes its pores, reducing negative pressure in the body should stop it from pulling so much water from the mycelial network underground. This is great. Logging will be much more efficient now. Get to work. Why are all of them are baby cards? Wait. Swap. 11. Still 11. Push through. Done. Early wet. Oh. Super tired. Ooh, what's happening here? You're looking for Kyle in the garden when you nearly trip over someone else, one of the younger kids, and they're blindfolded. Hey, they exclaim, ripping the blindfold off their face and throwing it to the ground. It's Cyrus, one of the Anemone's brother. He glanced at you. It was almost done. Kyle jerks over and grabs Cyrus in a friendly headlock, ruffling in her messy hair. Dude, you were so close. Cyrus stamps his feet and complains that you got in his way. It's not his fault, Cal says. He didn't know we were in a play game. We were playing a game. Give me a second. I want to teach him how to play. Cal turns to Cyrus as Cyrus leaves. Sorry, Scamo, he says sheepishly. I was teaching Cyrus a new game, but he's more like an Emily than I thought. Real competitive, you know. He stops to pick up blindfold, brushing off the dirt. I've been trying to come up with different kind of games other than sports ball, he says. No winners or losers. I just want to have fun with friends. Looks hopefully, do you want to learn how to play? Yes. Radical. So first you put this blindfold on. Walk it. Okay. It says you gotta walk forward 10 steps. Do you follow Cal's instruction as best you can, or you make things difficult? Do your best. 10 steps forward, folding your hands out for balance. The rocky dirt between the garden beds crunches at your feet. Yeah, Carl says. Now turn to your right and take 15 steps until you get to the door. Get it right? You turn to the right and walk forward, counting out 15 steps. When you stop, Carl laughs. You can hear his footsteps crunching behind you. I forgot how much bigger I am to you. You're like 2 or 3 more steps further away. You take 2 more steps until your outstretched hand land on the warm metal of a door. Success. Awesome. Carl says, "You can't help but smile. This is fun. Now hit the door button on the right and then keep walking until I say stop. Go really slowly, okay?" You open the door and start walking forward. The path slopes downward and your feet slip a little. Even though you're moving as slow as you can, real dirt is nothing like metal floors or stratospheric. It's turbo rocky here, Carl says, and you can feel uneasiness prickle up the back of your arm. Just keep going forward slowly. Can you trust him? You try to do as you're told, but after a few steps, your foot knocks against a sprawling rock and you fall forward, catching yourself on your hands and knees. Ouch. You tear out your blindfold and suddenly the rush of tears flooding your eyes. Carl beside you in an instant, leaning on the rock. "Are you okay?" he asks. You look down at yourself. Your knees and hands are pretty scraped up and your pride is bruised. But other than that, you're okay. Carl helped you stand up. "I'm sorry, Skamo. I'll be a better helper next time." He asks if you want to get some water juice at the cafeteria instead. You spend the rest of the afternoon brainstorming more games where there are no winners or losers. Okay, relax in the lounge. Cal and Sammy. Sit alone with your hollow palm. I think I'll do this. Look on your hollow palm. I don't like this one. Saying sports ball. Next month. Okay, we've gone through a lot. It's been over 2 hours. I think I should end the stream here. That way I can basically like I may want to check a different one, but like a different route, because right now I'm going for tangent over there. Like she's the one that struck the it's well, for my ranking is tangent, then after that Tammy, and tangent and Tammy. Others don't like strike me as much. But with that said, I think I'll end the stream here and I'll play this on Friday, okay? So on this tomorrow I'll be continuing my Persona 5 stream, okay? And with that said, I hope this will go well, because it says that until 20 years old, right? We're actually at 11, so soon we're gonna be 12 years old. With that said, I'll end the stream here and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.